Good evening, everyone. All right. So, my name is Tavishi, and I am joining from Aasoka MBD. We have been ranked as first in the EdTech Rising Star 2025. आज का हमारा पूरा सेशन वुड बी ऑन क्लासरूम मैनेजमेंट। हम बात करेंगे कि क्लासरूम को कैसे मैनेज करना चाहिए और क्लासरूम होता क्या है। सो क्लासरूम मैनेजमेंट पर जाने से पहले देयर वुड बी सम ऑफ द रूल्स दैट जो हमें इस पूरे वेबिनार के दौरान फॉलो करने हैं। Before that, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all the educators and teachers. अगर आपका कोई भी कलीग या आप ज़्यादा टाइम तक जूम से कनेक्ट नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, तो साइमल्टेनियसली हम लोग यूट्यूब पर भी लाइव हैं, एंड यू कैन शेयर द लिंक विद योर फेलो एजुकेटर्स, एंड वो हमें जूम के थ्रू भी ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं। सो शुरुआत करते हैं। आप सबसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप लोग सब अपने आप को म्यूट रखेंगे सो दैट हम लोग ये पूरा सेशन विदाउट एनी इंटरप्शन बहुत ही क्लैरिटी के साथ आगे लेकर चलें। इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट्स, आपको कोई भी डाउट है, आपको कोई भी क्वेश्चन है, तो आप लोग चैट बॉक्स को यूज करके कोई भी क्वेश्चन पुट कर सकते हैं। अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, अगर आपको कोई भी ऑडियो या वीडियो में इंटरप्शन होता है तो प्लीज आप लोग अपना इंटरनेट चेक करें एंड देन यू कैन कनेक्ट। So, to begin with, आज का पूरा वेबिनार वुड बी अबाउट मैनेजमेंट, कि क्लासरूम मैनेजमेंट क्या होता है। दूसरा, हम बात करेंगे एनईपी 2020 शिफ्ट के बारे में, कि हमें क्लासरूम मैनेजमेंट में एनईपी 2020 को कैसे इनकलकेट करना है, उसे कैसे यूज करना है, उसे कैसे इस्तेमाल करना है। तीसरी बात, हम कुछ ऐसी स्ट्रैटेजीज के बारे में बात करेंगे जो आप सब लोग अपने क्लासरूम्स में यूज कर सकते हैं, इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं। एंड इसके अलावा हम लास्ट में एक बोल सकते हैं 24 आवर कमिटमेंट की बात करेंगे, जो आप कॉन्स्टेंटली अपने क्लासरूम में फटाफट इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं राइट आफ्टर दिस वेबिनार। सो शुरू करते हैं। आप सब लोग अपने चैट बॉक्सेस को यूज करते हुए गिव मी एन आंसर दैट व्हाट काइंड ऑफ क्लासरूम वुड यू चूज। आप लोग इन दोनों क्लासरूम्स में से कौन सा क्लासरूम चूज करेंगे? ये दोनों पिक्चर्स आप लोगों को विजिबल होंगी। अगर आप इन दोनों पिक्चर्स को देखेंगे तो आप मुझे बताना चाहेंगे कि आप लोग कौन सी पिक्चर कौन सा क्लासरूम चूज करेंगे इन दोनों पिक्चर्स के बेसिस पर। सेकंड, ओके, काफी लोगों का रिस्पॉन्स सेकंड है। सेकंड, ओके, ओके, तो बोथ, ओके, हमारे पास कोई है जो बोल रहा है बोथ, फाइन। आप लोगों में से कोई ये रीजन देना चाहेगा कि हम सेकंड वाला क्यों चूज कर रहे हैं? फर्स्ट, ओके, किसी ने फर्स्ट भी बोला है, तो जिसने फर्स्ट बोला है वो उसका रीजन बता दें, एंड जिन्होंने सेकंड बोला है वो उसका रीजन बताएं। ओके, सेकंड वन क्योंकि वो इंटरैक्टिव है। वेरी गुड। फर्स्ट वाला क्यों? There is interaction between teachers and students. Okay, it seems fun and interactive. Children engage better where there is coordination between them. All right. Interaction makes reading interesting. Interesting. Interactive. ओके, सो जिन्होंने बोला कि हम फर्स्ट वाला चूज करेंगे, वो क्यों बोल रहे हैं कि हम फर्स्ट चूज करेंगे? उसके पीछे भी कोई रीजन होगा तो प्लीज गो अहेड. Control easily. Okay. Some concepts demand second one. All right. ठीक है. So, clearly, बहुत लोग बोल रहे हैं कि they are going to choose first one. There are some who said कि second one because second में हमारे पास better interaction होगा, एक happy classroom होगा. So, इसी के साथ आगे चलते हुए ऑल राइट. सो जब हम क्लासरूम मैनेजमेंट की बात करते हैं, क्लासरूम क्या है? क्लासरूम मैनेजमेंट बेसिकली एक सेट ऑफ सिस्टम्स हैं, रूटीन्स हैं और हमारा रिलेशनशिप है जो हमें एज अ टीचर, एज अ एजुकेटर, हमें ज्यादा टाइम देता है क्लास में पढ़ाने के लिए, बच्चों के साथ इंटरैक्ट करने के लिए और उस क्लासरूम को इंटरैक्टिव बनाने के लिए, जैसे कि आप सब लोगों ने अभी बोला. हम एज टीचर्स, हम यहाँ पर पुलिस ऑफिसर्स बनने के लिए नहीं आए हैं. आज हम लोग यहाँ पर ये सीखने के लिए आए हैं दैट वी हैव टू बी एन आर्किटेक्ट ऑफ एंगेजमेंट. हमारी जो न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी है 2020, उसका मतलब ये है दैट क्लियरली रिफ्लेक्ट्स दैट साइलेंस इजंट द गोल, पर्पसफुल नॉइस इज. जिसका मतलब ये है कि हम अब सिर्फ रोड लर्निंग पर फोकस नहीं करते. वी फोकस ऑन अ क्लासरूम जहां पर बच्चे इंटरैक्ट करते हैं, जहां पर इंगेजमेंट का मतलब शोर नहीं है मगर बच्चों के बीच में ऐसी कॉन्वर्सेशन होना, ऐसे वे ऑफ लर्निंग होना जिससे बच्चे सीखते हैं, ना ही सिर्फ टीचर से बट एक दूसरे से भी. So now, going ahead, all right, all right. So, for the entire workshop, I will keep the language in a very blendable format. So it will be Hindi and English. All right. I'll try to be more having an incline towards English as per se the demand. But साथ ही साथ ये पूरा webinar जो है वो एक blendable mode में जाएगा. So going ahead, जब हम क्लासरूम मैनेजमेंट की बात कर ही रहे हैं, मैं अभी एक शॉर्ट वीडियो चलाऊंगी आप सब लोगों के लिए. ठीक है, जस्ट गिव मी अ थम्स अप अगर आपको उस वीडियो का आवाज आ रहा है. ओके, और यू कैन जस्ट यूज चैट बॉक्स टू टेल मी यस और नो. ऑलराइट, ऑलराइट. सो जस्ट गिव मी अ सेकंड. क्या आप सब लोगों को आवाज आ रही है? ऑलराइट, ऑलराइट. So I'm going to play this video. This video is going to talk a lot about what exactly classroom management has to lead. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Today is my first day and I will be taking all your science subjects, so let's start off on a good note. Not that note, thank you. So let's start with a nice round of introductions. My name is Sakshi and I love working with young people.
Ma'am, my name is Anish. I was a topper last year. Ma'am, my IQ is 145 and I've got double promotion once.
My name is Andy. I like dancing.
My name is Chetan and I like to play the guitar.
Okay, everyone's done except the last roll number. Zara? Where is Zara?
Zara is a zombie. 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 Zara is a zombie.
Class, settle down. Gaurav, I'm gonna kill you.
Hi, how was your day?
Good morning, class of rowdies. You do know that's the name the rest of the school has given you, right? This month, I will not lead the class. You will. Every day, 2 students will come here and present anything that they are passionate about. There is only one rule. You must show respect. So who is courageous enough to accept the challenge?
Ma'am, anything?
Yes, anything.
Our topic is everything you wanted to know about the birds and the bees.
But we're afraid to ask.
Sequined in the night sky as the stars shine, they tell a million stories, some of yours and a few of mine.
Today, we both will be teaching you the secret of flight by building a rocket. That balloon over there is also a rocket, but it does not go very far as it does not have any wings to give its flight a direction. So you see, in life, it is very important to have something,
Or someone.
yes, or someone, who can give you direction every time you're going astray.
It helps you go very far in life. Good morning, class. Today we have prepared a very interesting topic for the class. Today I'm going to tell you about the physics of dance. But before that, my friend here is going to give you a small demo.
Can I ask you something? Your class of rowdies has really changed. How did you manage it?
I haven't done anything. I just created a space where no one is judging them, where they can learn through their own interests. Hi, class. Good morning, ma'am. So everyone's done with their session except Zara. Zara, come on. Zara, Zara.
Every rowdy class has a voice, waiting to be heard.
wanting to be understood, wishing to be loved. Thank you, ma'am, for listening to us. Thank you for not giving up on us. Thank you for finding the reason for our rowdiness, for giving a channel to our craziness. Thank you, ma'am, for finding the poet in a zombie, and for setting me free, for letting me be. No matter where we go and what we do, we'll always carry in our hearts a part of you. Dear ma'am, thank you.
All right. तो आप चैट बॉक्स यूज करके कैन यू ऑल टॉक अबाउट कि आपको इस वीडियो में सबसे ज्यादा अच्छा क्या लगा? I am waiting for the responses. Teachers understanding nature, support from the teacher. Very good. Teachers' patience. All right. Freedom of talking. All right. Encouraging students by the teacher. Classroom management. All right. Lovely. Excellent. So I think यहाँ पर काफी interesting responses आ रहे हैं from all you teachers, educators. Okay. Now that we are on to it, I would want to know आप सब लोगों से कि आपके according, what do you think कि एक calm classroom के 3 pillars या 4 pillars, whatever, क्या होते हैं? According to you, what are the pillars of a calm classroom? आपके हिसाब से कोई क्लासरूम कैसे काम हो सकता है? लाइक क्या जरूरी है एक क्लासरूम को काम रखने के लिए? डिसिप्लिन. ओके. I see discipline. What else? Teachers supported response to the students. Motivation. Lovely. Confidence. All right. Teacher behavior is must. Absolutely correct. Student engagement. All right. Interactive class. Give them equal opportunity, equal importance. Lovely. Students focus, curiosity in the topic, engagement. Creative discipline and student. Emotional safety. Lovely. Lovely. So I see that a lot of educators are almost on to the point जिस पर मैं आगे जाने वाली हूँ. So let me go ahead. All right. So as you can see on the screen, these are the 3 pillars of a calm classroom, which says response. Response, when I say the word response, तो response का मतलब क्या है? So response means it leads to the predictability, okay? हमारे routines for every transition that happens in the classroom. ठीक है? उसके बाद हम बात करते हैं हमारे responses कैसे inclined हैं towards our routines. All right. So जब students को पता होता है कि वो classroom में क्या करेंगे, उनके expectations, when we lead to this, so it sets a clear response from a teacher to a student and vice versa. Similarly, as you all said, it also leads to relationship between teachers and their students. So when I say relationship between teachers and students, that also talks about emotional safety. जिसका मतलब ये है कि एक स्टूडेंट एंड एक टीचर के बीच में सिर्फ सिखाने का रिश्ता नहीं होता, एक टीचर को एक क्लासरूम में ऐसा एनवायरनमेंट प्रोड्यूस करना चाहिए जिससे हर बच्चा अपनी क्लास में सेफ फील करे, which also means that an educator should correct the student in private and should be praising the student in public. Similarly, हम ऐसा मानते हैं that management fails when it comes as a surprise to the students. So आपके students को exactly क्लासरूम में पता होना चाहिए कि what will happen जब वो क्लासरूम में एंटर करेंगे and exactly what will happen अगर वो क्लास का कोई रूल ब्रेक करेंगे. So similarly, going ahead, क्वेश्चन मेरे पास आप सब लोगों के लिए क्वेश्चन है. आप लोग अपना चैट बॉक्स यूज करके मुझे एक वर्ड में बताएं कि हाउ वुड यू फील, हाउ वुड यू वांट टू फील इन दिस वर्कशॉप टुडे. आप कैसा महसूस करना चाहेंगे आज इस वर्कशॉप में एंड इस वर्कशॉप के बाद. Let me see how you all feel during this workshop and after this workshop. Of course, क्या expectation है, कैसा feel करेंगे. Free, okay. Cool and free, wow. Free to speak, ठीक है. Good feeling, ठीक है. We need some ideas satisfied, okay. We need some ideas, activities, all right. Good, informative, helpful, very nice and very useful activity, amazing classroom, new neat ideas, okay. Encourage. हमने कुछ सीखना है आज, बिल्कुल helpful. Information gathering, lovely. Creative ideas, क्या बात है. Lovely. Absolutely. So you want to learn more things, you want to go ahead and learn something better, right? So जब हम बात कर रहे हैं classroom की, when we are talking about it, let's just understand one thing कि जब हम classroom की बात करते हैं, when we talk about expectation, जैसे कि आप लोग सब response दे रहे हैं that you would feel informative. Somebody said we'll be getting new ideas. Okay, somebody said हम बिल्कुल free feel करेंगे. Okay, so this is exactly that you all need to do. The day जब आप लोग classroom में enter करते हैं, let's just extract values from our classroom and not rules. जिसका मतलब ये है कि जब आप क्लासरूम में एंटर करते हैं, उन्हें क्लासरूम के रूल्स नहीं समझाने हैं. Let them extract the values in the classroom. So for example, अगर आप क्लासरूम में जाते हैं एंड आप फर्स्ट डे अपने स्टूडेंट से पूछते हैं कि आप आज इस क्लास से क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं, एंड आपके स्टूडेंट्स बिल्कुल ऐसे ही रिस्पॉन्स देते हैं जैसे आप लोग मुझे कर रहे हैं, इन टर्म्स ऑफ फीलिंग फ्री, feeling informative, feeling joyful. Some might feel focused in the classroom. So this leads to the class promises. हमें classroom में rules नहीं implement करने हैं. We have to make sure कि हम class में promises, let's just break it into promises. Let's just make sure कि हम अपनी classroom को एक ऐसा environment में convert करें where we take promise from our students to inculcate values in their everyday life and not the mere rules. All right, going ahead. Now, before I go on to something, again, chat box use करते हैं हम सब लोग. Since आज का session इतना interactive जा रहा है, तो आप लोग मुझे बताना चाहेंगे कि आप लोगों के क्लासरूम में क्या disruptions होती हैं, मतलब आप लोगों को क्या challenges आते हैं क्लासरूम में when you enter your classroom? What are the challenges that you face? Student behavior, okay. Ma'am, would you like to elaborate that? What kind of student behavior are you referring to? Okay, attention span, of course. Different activities. Okay, discipline is must. Fine. They are making noises so much. Okay. Indiscipline. ठीक है. Okay, ma'am. All right. My students are always distracted. Okay. With some or the other activities, mostly at times of explanation. Okay. Constraint level low. Okay. Student behavior, different learning abilities, exhausted. Okay, I see that. Now that is actually very common that our learners, our students get exhausted, right? So, okay, calmness with smile on students. Okay. Discipline. Most students relax in the morning. Okay, fine. So, हमें एक चीज समझने की बहुत जरूरत है, ऑलराइट. जब क्लासरूम शोर होता है, you know, it is always better to stop the disruptions before it starts. So, to explain that, मैंने यहाँ पर एक ट्रैफिक लाइट का मॉडल यूज किया है. ओके, अगेन ये मॉडल यूज करने के पीछे एक बहुत ही सिंपल सा लॉजिक है. सो हम सबको पता है कि ट्रैफिक लाइट्स का हम लोग बचपन से पढ़ते आए हैं कि ग्रीन का सिग्नल मतलब होता है टू गो, है ना. येलो का सिग्नल का मतलब होता है स्टॉप और टू वेट, एंड रेड का मतलब होता है टू कंप्लीटली टेक अ हॉल्ट. अब जब हम बात करते हैं क्लासरूम में कुछ ना कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स हमेशा आती हैं. Some of my educators just said that they deal with indiscipline. Some just said that the problematic behavior of their students. All right. So in order to cater that, हमारे पास let's just understand it in the similar manner of a traffic light. So जब हम green light की बात करते हैं, we follow the 4:1 ratio, जिसका मतलब होता है let's just give 4 positive affirmations for every 1 correction. हम लोग हमारे क्लासरूम को, जब मैं बोलती हूँ 4 positive affirmation for every correction, for every 1 correction, मेरे कहने का मतलब ये है कि हमारी क्लासरूम में हमें पता है कि हमारे क्लासरूम में कुछ ना कुछ नेगेटिव हो रहा है. When we see a student committing a mistake, before correcting that mistake, let's just channel our classroom in such a manner we're giving 4 better and positive affirmations, which means instead of correcting the student in a negative manner, let's use the positive side. Okay, why? Because when we use positive affirmations in the classroom, वो ना ही सिर्फ हमारे क्लासरूम का environment change करती है, but it also leads to a very positive impact on the students. It also encourages involvement where students want to show their willingness in order to support the classroom decorum. Secondly, हम येलो लाइट पर चलते हैं. अब जब हम येलो लाइट की बात कर ही रहे हैं, so क्लासरूम में अक्सर ये होता है कि जब हम स्टूडेंट्स को कोई क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं, ऑफ कोर्स हमारा क्लासरूम इतने सारे स्टूडेंट्स के साथ, वी आर फुल ऑफ अ क्लासरूम ऑफ 30 to 40 स्टूडेंट्स और मे बी मोर, तो हम लोग एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि हमारे स्टूडेंट्स हमें इंस्टेंट रिस्पॉन्ड करें, राइट? एम आई राइट? यस और नो? यस, राइट। सो हम लोग एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि हमारे स्टूडेंट्स इंस्टेंटली हमें रिस्पॉन्ड करें। सिमिलरली हमें ये समझने की बहुत जरूरत है that whenever you throw a question or you want your student to answer, so let's just follow a 7-second rule. 7-second rule का क्या मतलब है कि जब भी आप अपने स्टूडेंट से कोई क्वेश्चन करेंगे या आपको अपने स्टूडेंट से कोई रिस्पॉन्स की आप चाहते हैं कि आपका स्टूडेंट आपको कुछ रिस्पॉन्ड करे, तो यू नीड टू वेट फॉर 7 seconds. दैट मीन्स हम स्टूडेंट्स को वो स्पेस दे रहे हैं वेयर दे कैन रिस्पॉन्ड टू अस इन देयर अटमोस्ट सिंसियर सेंस. सिमिलरली अब हम बात करेंगे the usage of the hand signals or the red signal. Okay, अब जब हम क्लासरूम में जाते हैं, जरूरी नहीं होता कि हम हमेशा अपनी क्लास में we end up shouting or yelling in the classroom. All right, it is always better to set our rules, our directions in a manner कि जिससे हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को ऐसा ना लगे कि हम उन पर कुछ इम्पोज कर रहे हैं. So instead of shouting or giving responses amid lectures or your entire classroom activities, it is better that we can always tell our students to raise hand in case they want to ask questions, in case they want to ask permission to leave the classroom, or in case they have any sort of query or they want you to reach out to them. By this, we not only maintain a positive environment, but we also make our students understand that there is a clear line. We set our rules, yet we are not enforcing them on our students. हम अपने rules class में set कर रहे हैं, मगर हम अपने students को force नहीं कर रहे हैं, ना ही हम अपने students पर चिल्ला रहे हैं. All right. Similarly, अब हम आगे चलते हैं. All right. So, before going into the 30-second reset, अभी जब हम बात कर ही रहे थे कि जब हमारी क्लास में शोर हो जाता है या हमें ऐसा लगता है कि हमारी क्लास में इज लाइक अ टू मच ऑफ द नॉइज एंड द स्टूडेंट्स आर नॉट कॉन्सेंट्रेटिंग, जो कि अभी कुछ मेरे फेलो एजुकेटर्स ने बोला कि द रिटेंशन स्पैन इज वेरी लेस, स्टूडेंट्स कॉन्सेंट्रेट नहीं करते हैं कभी कभी, एंड देन there are certain times where most of the students just lack interest in the class, right? They lost their connection from the class. Fine. So for that, there is a very good activity that you all can use in your classroom, which is said the 30-second reset. Now ऐसा करने से there is a very good benefit out of it is कि हमारे जो students हैं, they are able to retain their attention back. So सबसे पहला step है हमारा, जब भी हम एक 30-second classroom reset करते हैं, so इसके लिए हम एक छोटी सी activity करते हैं. Okay, so सबसे पहला है call and response. Okay, now call and response is basically जहां पर हम वर्ड्स यूज करते हैं जैसे कि शांति और शक्ति. ठीक है, अब हम इसमें क्या कर सकते हैं कि हम अपने स्टूडेंट्स को बोल सकते हैं that for 30 seconds whatever they are doing, just back off. Okay, keep your hands on the table and remain calm. Shanti. Why we are doing this is to, number one, distract our students from creating noise. Second, it will lead to a positive impact on the learners. How? जब बच्चे 30 seconds के लिए अपने आप को शांत करेंगे, तो they will be able to gather energy for the next task or for the next classroom activity that you all are planning. Second, step 2. जब हम step 2 की बात करते हैं, so our step 2 includes the countdown. Okay, maybe you can tell your classroom students that you will raise your hand and you will count from 5 to 0. And till the time you're counting, your class should go silent. All right. This is another way of gathering their attention. In higher grades, of course, in classroom where you have graders above 8th standard, 9th standard, there we can definitely change our approach. All right. There maybe we can let them do a task. You can totally give them a task where they can do something totally different from your classroom, maybe a sit and stand. All right. So this is a way where they can learn how to be silent and how they can gather their energies. All right. Similarly, जब हम अपने last rule की बात करते हैं, and I went on to that, कि the immediate task. All right. So you can direct them to do anything, and that activity has to be very spontaneous. All right. So maybe for that immediate task, you can tell them to write 4 things that they felt good about the classroom today. Okay. Or you can tell them immediately to gather and play sit and stand, as I said. So these are some of those activities जो आप रेडीमेड अपने क्लासरूम में यूज कर सकते हैं to cater and to handle and to balance the noise, the disruptions that happen in your classroom. Similarly, अगर हम अपने क्लासरूम में चाहते हैं that there should be high retention span बहुत ज्यादा होना चाहिए. So let's just reverse the role. हमने एक वीडियो में भी अभी देखा कैसे उस टीचर ने अपने क्लास में अपने स्टूडेंट्स को अपॉर्चुनिटी दिया to come in front and engage into pure learning, right? Of course, in the classrooms where the strength is more surpassing 30, we cannot do that more often, but हम लोग try कर सकते हैं. Right? The moment जब हम अपने students को, अपने learners को एक responsibility देते हैं, whether it is to come in front of the entire class and teach a topic or to discuss the learning, it inculcates the habit of being responsible. Second of all, we encourage peer learning. Third, we give them the space an environment where they feel confident and at the same time they feel comfortable in coming ahead, taking chances and speak and participate. All right, which leads to actual confident selves in the near future. Now going ahead, exactly. So Ruhi ma'am just said that be with them, answer them the questions they know the answer to. Exactly, ma'am. Right. So going ahead, these are some of the practical solutions for the common challenges that you, my fellow educators, might be facing. All right. Now, since we are going to talk about these common challenges, I'm also aligning the NAP approach so that it becomes easy for you all to understand and to cater your issues rightfully. Now, just in case आपकी classroom में constant chatting है, all right, the constant indiscipline and the most common problem our educators have faced, I think from yours and from ages, all right, कि classroom में बच्चे बातें ही बहुत करते हैं, all right. So now the best way is, rather than shouting or making it a havoc in the classroom, it is always better that you walk and stand next to the student without stopping your lecture. All right. Now, this leads to the strategic proximity, which means कि A, आपने अपने classroom का flow disrupt नहीं किया. Second, when you walk towards your student, you assure authority, you are assuring discipline, but at the same time, you're giving the students a time where they themselves, rectify their mistake. They would get quiet. आप उन्हें वो space देते हैं जहां बच्चे खुद ब खुद चुप हो जाते हैं the moment they see that you are walking towards them. All right. So this is not something that जहां पर हम बच्चों में एक fear ला रहे हैं, but this is the politest way to tell our students to be quiet, and not disrupting the entire flow of the lecture. Of course, we educators know that, in an entire period of 30 to 40 minutes, if 10 minutes or 20 minutes of yours is going in settling down your classroom, then there's hardly any time left for you all to, talk about the topic or discuss the syllabus or teach the topic, So this is the most easiest way to go ahead in the classroom. Similarly, the disrespectful tone. So again, such kind of issues mostly erupt in the senior secondary classrooms where, we are involved highly with the teenagers. And most of the times our students end up acting in a disrespectful behavior, or you see sudden changes in their behavior. So now here, what is the best way to approach is to check in with your student. Now that means that you might not ask the student there itself in the classroom, but you might want to take out 2 minutes or maybe 5 minutes and ask the student privately if the student is doing fine, if your learner is fine, or is he dealing with any sort of an issue. That not only just connects you empathetically with your learner, but it will also give them a sense of safety. आपके बच्चों को आपके आसपास रहने में safe feel होगा. The moment they feel safe, they will be able to share their issues with you. We all are living in 21st century, where as educators, our role is not just to teach our subjects, but to also create an impact on our students. हमारा classroom में जाना सिर्फ topic पढ़ाना या subject पढ़ाना नहीं है. हमारा intention is to be in the classroom where each and every student feels seen, feels heard, feels respected, and is able to share everything with their educators, knowing that their teachers, their mentors will be able to guide them in a soulful manner. Similarly, in primary grades and even in the higher grades, sometimes what happen कि बच्चे मना कर देते हैं कि मैम हमें नहीं काम करना, हमारा मन ही नहीं है आज काम करने का, हम तो करेंगे ही नहीं. They become adamant. They get very rigid about not working. So in this case, why not we opt for choice-based learning? Which means हम लोग अपने बच्चों को, we can just reach out to them asking and giving them a choice, so that, would you like to finish the first 3 questions or maybe the last 3 questions? हम अपने बच्चों को exactly ये choice दे सकते हैं कि चलो अगर आज आपका मन नहीं है सारे questions करने का, suppose it I gave 10 questions and my learners say, ma'am, 10 questions तो नहीं करेंगे, तो हम उन्हें ये choice दे सकते हैं कि अगर 10 नहीं कर सकते, 3 करोगे या 4 करोगे. Now what happens is, the moment you give choice to your learners, number one, they will feel more hurt. They would be willing to do what the task is assigned to them. Similarly, they would be more intrigued to do further. So the moment जब हम students को वो choice देते हैं, हमारे students ना ही सिर्फ उसे लेकर, उसे अपनाकर, रिस्पेक्ट करके उस चीज पर काम करते हैं, बट एट द सेम टाइम दे नो फॉर द फैक्ट कि वो आगे जाकर उस चीज को और बेटर वे से करेंगे. They get motivated to attempt more questions. When you give them choice, when you become a little flexible, when you tweak your methods, it makes your classroom accessible. So then the students feel accessible to you. They know that they can reach out to you. And this is exactly how we are able to retain our students with us. This is how we will be able to, make them learn willingly and not something as we call as enforcement. We're not supposed to enforce, or we are not supposed to impose our learnings on our students. It is important to understand that it has to be a mutual channel of learning where your students have the choice. All right. So till now, anybody who has any doubt, किसी को कोई doubt है so far? Exactly, ma'am. Engaging them in the classroom doesn't enrage them. Very true. Very rightly said. Right. So going ahead, अब जब आप लोग कल अपने classrooms में जाएंगे, all right, make sure that when you go in your classrooms, you greet every student by their name. All right. That not just adds a personalized touch to the class, but it also helps you to develop a personal relation with your student, with your learner. All right. It makes your students feel seen. They feel that you're not just there to deliver lectures, you are there to actually be there for them. Similarly, by the middle of the day, instead of shouting quiet, you can use any of the attention getter. So maybe you can say, all right, you raise your hand, or maybe you tell your students to, play a game. As I said, Shanti and Shakti. So you can tell your students to maintain Shanti by putting their hands on the table and that 30-second reset. Similarly, by the end, just make a rule in your classroom, or just develop a space where when you end the class, when you end the day, right before dispersal, आप और आपके बच्चे, you all right. So sorry for the disruption. So by the end, आप कोशिश करें that जब भी आपकी class end होती है, right before the dispersal, let's just create a space in the class जहां पर आप और आपके बच्चे ये एक बार तो discuss करेंगे कि हमने पूरे दिन में सबसे अच्छा हमारे आज क्या थी. Okay, even you can share the same with your learners, and the learners can share the same with you. Now, the use is that it will create an environment in your classroom. It will encourage all the students to participate and speak. So this will not just create a room where they're learning, but it will also create a room where they feel safe, feel heard, and they are actually participating. So now today, when they're going to interact with you, they will not just see you as a teacher coming to their classroom, but they might find you as their friend, their confidante. So again, as educators, what is important is that classroom management starts with all these small gestures. So now to go ahead, let me just share my screen. Um, all right. So now that we are coming towards the end of the webinar, if you all have any queries, you can shoot your questions in the chat box. Apart from that, हमारे chat box में एक feedback form है. Please fill that feedback form. Only then you all will be getting your e-certificate, and that would be provided to you via email ID. On your email ID. So हम लोगों ने chat box में एक feedback form भेजा है. आप please उस feedback form को fill करें. The moment you fill that feedback form, you will be able to get your e-certificates. Okay. And इसके अलावा अगर आप सबके पास कोई doubt है, कोई query है, you can please ask. Can you please tell me some tips about slow learners? So, ma'am, again, the thing is, when you deal with slow learners in a classroom, it is always better to check on their progress, and at the same time, when you have to deal with them, you will of course have to be very patient, but you can also tweak your lesson plans. आप अपने lesson plans को ऐसे tweak कर सकते हैं where you make it in such a manner that all sort of learners are being catered. So, in the classroom of 30 students, there can be few who are slow learners, can be few who are special students. So जब आप अपने lesson plans करते हैं या आप अपनी classroom को manage करते हैं, so you need to make sure that whatever you're doing, it should be exclusive for all. Okay, it should involve every single student in your classroom. Sometimes students with special abilities, they require your attention. All right. So it is really important that you don't have to be sympathetic towards them, but rather empathy. Choose empathy over sympathy. Right. So the moment when I say that, it means that they will take time. And you will have to be patient enough that, till the time they don't reach their goal, you are there for them. So again, your classroom has to be that, environment. Not filled feedback form by, ma'am, you will have to fill that form. No queries, thank you. All right. All right. You're most welcome, ma'am. So for managing slow learners, of course, ma'am, you can give them separate activities and separate tasks in the classroom related to your subject, so that they may, they also feel involved in the classroom. Similarly, they will not face any challenge of completing, at the pace of the classroom. So what you can do is, whenever you are in the class where you have slow learners, you can always prepare some of these small activities that can be, given to them simultaneously, so that they can, prepare that on their own pace. And then later on, you can check that. Similarly, a slow learner and concentration, again, ma'am, as far as concerned about the concentration, so make sure whenever you're planning your lessons, it should cater to your learners. So sometimes what happens is कि हम हमारे chapters को बहुत ही एक rote way में पढ़ाते हैं. Okay, so change the way that you are teaching in the classroom. And of course, when you involve activities, it just kind of help you to encourage your students, and it also builds their concentration level in the classroom. So you can add on activities. आप अपनी class में maybe in the starting, the way you are introducing your chapter, तब आप कुछ activity involve कर सकते हो या last में. So that is how it has to be done. यस मैम, स्कूल नेम में आप वो फिल करेंगे जो स्कूल में आप पढ़ाते हैं. यू मोस्ट वेलकम मैम. Yes ma'am. Subi ma'am, you can use the chat box if you have any query. What about facilitator name? Thank you so much ma'am. What about facilitator name? So in the facilitator name, you'll have to add my name ma'am, Tavishi. Yes ma'am. You're welcome ma'am. For nursery classroom also ma'am, I think it is very easy that for your learners, for kids specifically, you can always make sure that with nursery kids you'll of course need a lot of patience, but at the same time we can involve activity based learning, so it just gets easier for the young kids to go for. Similarly, when we talk about nursery kids, so their attention span is very short, so you can try to involve more things, which includes a lot of colors, a lot of activities where they have to do it on their own. All right, so you can introduce that, so apparently then their learning becomes more easy and more fun. So with the nursery kids, of course, you can do that and it just becomes easy. Similarly to make sure that your classroom is maintaining decorum, especially in the nursery. So of course, you can do a lot of activities. It can also involve the reward therapy, so you can tell your students that you can perform any activity and you can give them reward. You can of course do that. So there are certain strategies that you can work on, and that's how you do it. Done. All right. All right. If anybody has any query or anything, any other questions? Any questions, any queries, anything? So thank you so much, everyone. We will all look forward to see you in the next webinar that is scheduled on 8th May on critical and creative thinking. Along with this, please subscribe to our channel, MBD Aasoka, for every latest update. And that's all. Thank you so much. Can you please tell me good punishment? I think classroom never has to be about punishment. And I think good or bad, punishment has a negative annotation, sir. So I think rather than punishing your kids or your students, it's always better to encourage them and to help them become better. So thank you so much, everyone.